good. So we've got the microphone connected. That's one less step to have to take. So, basically, we may as well do a little slight intro.
What are we doing, son? Define to me what we're doing right now.
I will just first say hey.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, cool. So, we're just going to do like yesterday, but a little bit longer. And then in like 3 minutes.
What are we doing, though? I don't understand.
So in 3 minutes, you'll get it because we're just going to start. Just like yesterday, we started with a little bit of sound. So we're just going to do it a little more extensively and see if we can make a little something. All right, that's about it. There he goes. So, start here. Open this. It's, I'll try to be mindful of the time too. What is the time? Oh no, wait. So we'll just try to mess around for like 10 minutes and just see how this goes. Like, obviously, so we're not on screen now. Everything you can see on the screen is what's basically.
What are we on the screen for? What is the purpose of
No,
this?
that's what I'm saying is we're not on the screen now. Just the intro 1 second ago. Part of the purpose is to eventually, because this is foundational, is to bring more context from the podcast into this, not with 100% with you, but just
no,
in
it
future
won't be
instances.
with me.
Well, that's part of what the podcast was about last night. But nonetheless, there's a blog. Part of also what I was saying in the podcast last night is there's meant to be a blog corresponding to, like in the future that I'm starting, to just post like that plain text where we've been translating past podcasts into plain text, but posting it on a blog so it's online. It's also reference to these type of recordings that we're doing right now. Which corresponds to making sound. And that's really the purpose of this, is trying to make some sound. But this like unlike yesterday, puts the whole graph in front of us so we can start to make it a little bit better. And it's ideal. Yeah, so this is like an experiment. Like I would rather jump into a little more in depth, like a little bit of a sound already fleshed out. You better hear that. I guess because it's through the recording aspect. And so, but it's also to try to participate in the sound making with you a little bit. And I wonder why we can't hear this sound. We've got a drum, as you can hear. Can you hear that pretty well?
Yeah.
Okay. It's got a light. Surprisingly light.
Gotta look what you're working with.
Well, before we recorded, once the recording stops, you'll see how it's influencing the sound. Like the live recording is influencing what we can hear. Anyway, let's just go back to here. I'd rather it would be a little louder. That's kind of the purpose of like having in-ear earphones. Loops? Yes. I want to. I can just kind of record that. We could just start with a little bit of drums. It's not. Let's just stop. Let's get a cut with a few other weird sounds happening. Live loops it. Oh jeez. Let's go back and do dubstep. So yeah, we just entered into this. There's a handful of sound libraries that we could have chosen. I'll go back and choose dubstep. Dubstep is more like grungy. We'll just put a couple of the sounds out there so you get a feel for dubstep. Yesterday was obviously really quick, and we were just kind of like, okay. But this is where we're just sitting with it for a couple seconds here. How's that sound on your side? Is it loudish?
It's very faint.
It's very thin, huh?
How do you know what each of those buttons represents that you're hitting?
It's not a perfectly outlined library, in my opinion. It's just kind of like some sounds to start with. Just take some sound off of this
is the feeling you want from the sound?
The purpose, the actual purpose in like the line, you can put in on them realistically, but like you don't realize it until probably the end of this recording. After all, is like the sounds that are made by accident, like that's part of the whole. Part of the interest to try to factor in some intention.
Why would you say?
There. Let's go back to here and see if we still see levels. Okay, so that's possible. There's good, strong, whiffy. So at least like the sound yesterday. Wow. Yesterday it came through pretty clean. I wonder why the volume just enhanced itself there. That's good. Good to see. What changed though? That's why it's partially an experiment.
Okay. I have things to do, son.
What's the next thing I'm going to do?
I'm going to start washing the windows while I've got decent weather.
Okay, one sec. What kind of spice would you like to add to this drum? Like if you could add something, what would you like to search for? Well, how about like an emotion? Like something like
Happy.
spoons, whistle, happy? Okay, let's try to find something happy to add to this. Go back to this library. What's kind of scrunchy. So we'll do it like that. Alright, let's go back to the tracks. Kind of rewind it a little bit. We've got some, see how we're just laying some stuff, we just laid a couple things down. We laid that down, we laid this down. This is just like, almost like putting ingredients on the counter as opposed to like actually mixing or baking even in the meantime. This is just ingredients. Yeah, so to get a little weirder though, which is kind of the intention, is to make some, like tweak some sounds. And that's what I mean by accident, is like blending like with unique ingredients that you didn't know what you were gonna make. To be like that type of an activity. Like a kid would do that.
Okay, I think right now you need to focus on getting yourself cleaned up, getting the car cleaned up, and doing stuff that's going to be for you making some money.
Okay, so just try to focus on where the attention is. 1 second longer. We'll add at least a couple vocals and then just...
We're not going to do any vocals. We're not going to do that.
Maybe that vocals. See, nonetheless, like this is all recorded. Even though I'm not laying down the track, it's like we're making sound with this background. So even us talking right now is already laying down vocals. It's unintentional.
I don't see that.
Small building. You don't see it, but you hear it because we have more layers than we started with.
Okay, I'm closing out. We got stuff to do. think your audience is in this?
You're too ahead of yourself. It's not about the audience. It's about you and me. Just making things up. Just like no one else would be an
But
audience.
there's,
If
I
you're
only,
making- if
you
you're
do
making
things
stuff in
for
the
a
kitchen,
purpose.
there is a purpose, but there's also a start and a growth process, and different parts of the growth process are different. You don't start at the house. You build in the kitchen before you start at the market. And at the same time, you're not weary of the roadmap. So nonetheless, let's make a little vocal. Quick vocal right here.
Kind of vocal time. What are you talking about?
The whole purpose of this enjoyable, the enjoyment and the weirdness of who knows until it happens. That's the
Let me get someone to do this.
right, that's really the concept. Hold on. So, put this away. And even just having like if this is a second time, like let's just say this is the first time, if there was a second time, I would be a little bit faster than this being the first time because it's like feeling aware on the controller, just getting the experience
Why
while
didn't
it's
you
live.
work it out before you sat me down?
No, I mean I have, but I'm saying like it's about like it's not
Please.
about. Hold on, let's just focus on the vocal. Let's focus on the vocal. What we're gonna say is something related to filter happening. We need to see where we're going with this. We need to see if we've laid anything down right now. One step at a time. Alright, let's see if there's a combination there. Let me see if I can insert this effect underneath this. On. Why isn't that on? Maybe I have to stop and turn it on first. Hello? Should be able to hear ourselves through the microphone. Hello? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Why not? On. Wait, go to on. Hello? 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 There you go. There you go. See, that changes a little bit because a lot of the purpose of this is to try to influence vocals. That's one of the unique spices of this activity, which I just started now. But it's leveraging vocals, like, which has to do with human vibration.
Button down your house, get it ready for the winter.
One more line.
Clean up the garden, slash down the patio furniture, and get your windows clean if you can. What is with you with this soprano kind of conversation, singing crazy?
I don't know. Let's see if we're still recording. And because we've gotten all this, let's see if we can revisit in a physical sense, and we'll see if we're actually still recording. Are we recording? That's okay, interesting. We'll see if it actually comes through, though. Sometimes it stops. It likes to stop itself. Anyway, that was an endeavor into an attempt there. And
Yes.
she's also not always on camera, but now is just trying it out.
And she's not going to be on camera anymore.
She is right now.
I have an angel over my shoulder, thank God.
Thank God for being so concerned about nothing. All right, we'll close it out for now. But yeah, it was a good little session. Hopefully we can add to that, because that's what growth processes relate to, is trying it